The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. Here are your hosts, Steve Collins and Greg Berg.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. I'm so excited you decided to join. Before we jump in, real quick, go over and check out Coach Berg's website, gberg.gumroad.com. It is awesome. You will not be disappointed. It's a little bit of everything. There's free resources over there with a preseason checklist, off-season playbook, all sorts of great things. Go over and check it out. All half of it's free. I should yell at him for all the free stuff he's giving away, but it's great. His team leader OS is awesome. So go over and check that out. Also, when you're there and you're thinking about it, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. You take that leadership, you take all the stuff that I have built over the last 30 years to build a nationally ranked team, to be nationally ranked, to win 3 state championships. Everything I have learned over the last 30 years is in teachhoops.com. Go over and check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. 14-day free trial. And let's head off to the podcast. Bye. I didn't. All right. Welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. I'm going to just, so we just talked, we just had a nice podcast and Coach Collins forgot to record it. And it's the first time I've done it in like 4 or 5 years. And one of the discussion points we had was owning your mistake. So I'm owning the mistake of not hitting record on the podcast.
Hey, it happens. It ties in great with our topic today.
It does. And you know, the last time I did it was COVID. I remember the podcast. I was interviewing somebody and it was, luckily ours was only about 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
That one was like hour and a half and I forgot to hit record. I was like, oh my, I couldn't ask him to do it again. I just couldn't. I know I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know if he never emailed me and asked me about it. But before we jump into the topic today, Coach, I want you to talk about team leader OS, because I know it's coming. This is a great thing for the team. Yeah, I know I do a lot of leadership stuff with my teams, and it's every second of it is useful. I'm telling you, more than getting another slob in. I'm telling you, use this. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I basically built it to have an ultimate leadership resource for coaches. It's got over 200 minutes of video, over 300 pages of resources. It's a 20 lesson guide manual that you can go through with your players. It has video to go with it. You can use the video or you can go through it yourself. I've really made it practical and useful and relevant for coaches, and hundreds of coaches have bought it and are using it. It's had a lot of great reviews. I'm actually doing a big upgrade here the start of the season because, like we were talking before, always trying to make things better and improve. So I've got things I'm going to add to it. I got things I'm going to clean up, and I'm going to have a new release, kind of a version 2.0. The people that have it have lifetime access, so they get access to any update or new version that we have. So that'll be coming probably early November, late October, right before the season starts. But if you're looking to develop team leaders and you don't have a systemic way to do it, check it out.
Yep. Yeah. Leaders are not born.
No,
they really are not. People
And you
think
can
they
wait
are.
or wish for them, or you can try to do something about it.
Or
And
build
that's
one.
really why I created it. So
Awesome. Okay, so let's go through. We're going to talk about what we wish we knew as a young coach, and this literally could be like a 6-hour thing, but we're going to narrow it down. You're going to go through your list, and then I'm going to add.
I've written about this a lot. I'm just going to go through the 9 things that I posted about quickly. And one is the 20, 40, 60 rule, which basically means if you're a young coach, you can't worry about what other people think. In your 20s, I think that's normal to do. In your 40s, you don't care. And in your 60s, you realize no one's thinking about you to begin with. But number 2, simplicity wins. Less is more as a coach. And I think how you communicate with kids, the more simple you are, the better it is going to be. The third one relates to culture, and play the long game with culture. I think as a young coach, your culture never arrives. And so you have to ensure that you are thinking about that each and every day. The fourth deals with relationships. Always remember this is a relationship, people, business. Number 5, players, not plays. I think late in the game when I was a young coach, I thought a lot about plays, and I have learned to just think about players and get the right player the ball and let him be a decision maker. Number 6 is give up control. I think when I was young, you're young, we tried to do too much, and we've probably done a better job of that as we've aged. Find a great mentor, really important if you're in this for the long haul. Number 8, connect with coaching colleagues, much like you and I are doing. And number 9, don't lose sight of family. So those are my 9. I know there's more, but that's
no. And what I was talking about
things.
before too, I think the couple things. First of all, the highs and lows.
Yeah.
I was talking about. I mean, in my early 20s, everything was. You and I talked about this, but every win was. I was ecstatic, and every loss I was depressed and like. It was sometimes you got to go through it, but if you kind of keep that life balance, find find exercise, find something to balance the I was coaching all my kids. I was trying to do as many things outside of basketball as I could too.
The great thing that does that to me is when you start having your own kids and you come home after that great win or that tough loss, and they don't care, and they light up the room, and you learn really quick what's really important. And so,
right. I think that, it's 100% true. Like they don't care. Like, okay, what are we going to do, Daddy?
And they make you feel a lot better after a tough loss for sure.
Oh yeah. I have a video of my daughter. She must've been 5 or 6, just bawling her eyes out. Oh, this was for those coaches out there, this was pre-huddle crossover, whatever. Yeah. And I was going out to scout. And tears are coming down. It's like a Tuesday night. I'm going out to scout or something. So, and I taped it, and I said, I'm going to tape this. So when you're a senior in high school, we'll see if you're this sad.
Yeah.
I showed it to her a couple of years ago. It's pretty funny.
You ever bring your kids out to scout when they got old enough?
Yeah, usually. Oh, they loved it because they'd get popcorn and they'd get a hot dog, and
I give them a shot chart. I taught them how to do the shot chart, circle, and
it was harder in the week.
Because it gets late
and stuff. But try to keep it in a routine, but definitely on the weekends. Yeah, they were little shadows. But another thing I thought that I've talked about too is kind of find what your North Star is, what's going to guide you. You've talked about this too. What's your why?
Yep.
But I think that's real for a young coach. You have to find that. Like, otherwise, this is going to be this going to be a sprint. It ain't going to be a marathon.
Yeah, and it's the number one thing you should really focus on when you go into coaching is know why you're going into it. Because you're not going to win every game. You're going to have tough games, and you're going to second guess yourself. And in those moments, you have to remember, why am I in this? What really matters? And in my Better Coach OS course, it's the number 1 first modules we talk about, and we go through a coaching cornerstone. But why do you coach? It really, really matters. And I think it matters is in everything we do, teaching, our jobs, our life, but always remember your why.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it's, and the thing is, it's like, and one other thing that, we didn't talk about this in the one that didn't record, but it's like communication is so important. It's touch points, it's communication with parents, it's communication with the kids.
Yeah.
This is an equilateral triangle that anybody knows anything. It's the players, it's the parents, and it's the community and you kind of thing. And they all have to have a piece of the pie. And I think young coaches kind of don't communicate enough. I tend to over communicate.
Always better to over communicate.
I know. I mean, we have a meeting tomorrow. I was telling you, I have a meeting with my guys tomorrow just to talk about open gyms and stuff. And I sent something out on Friday. I'll send something out this morning. I'll send something out tonight.
Yep.
Well, my coaches it's just over reminding, over communicating, because most of your issues, coaches, young coaches, it might be that maybe you don't know your X's and O's and you should work on those. But most of it is not communicating, not letting parents know that the bus leaves here, or not letting them know what the expectations are. Not, I think that as a young coach, I did an average job. I think I do an exceptional job now, but I did an average job as a young coach. So I would go back, and that's one thing I would definitely I'd go the other extreme. To the point where I'm annoying them.
Yeah. And organization and communication. If you think about what causes coaches to get out of it, what causes parental pressure, what causes administrative pressure, it's never X's and O's. It's never knowing the game. It's communication, it's a poor culture, and it's lack of organization. Those are the things that you can control,
right? That
will get a new coach in trouble. So over communicate, over plan, over organize, and connect with kids.
Well, and that's what I was telling you before too. It's like I'm in a big enough program that I've gotten to the point I wouldn't be coaching right now if I didn't have I've had 2 staffs in 28 years, and the only reason I'm still coaching is I've had 2 great staffs, and I can delegate, and I can go to the lake, and they can run the open. My assistant coach can run the open gym on Thursday. I do not. I'll probably show up, but I don't have to be there. He's 25. Like, great. I loved doing that when I was 25, and So, but the only reason I can do this is because I've I've learned how to ride the horse, and it's like I'm not always in a full out sprinter. That's how you get burnt out. I would think you'd get burnt out.
You do. And when you're young, you have the energy and you have the time, and you maybe don't have the family to do it. And it changes. And that's where that less is more for me comes in. Right. Is you got to pick what's really important. And I think the longer you're in this, you realize what's important and what you need to focus on. Same thing goes with the X's and O's of the game. Like, you can't do everything. So you learn what's important.
Right. Yeah. Guard your yard. So that's going to be, that's our thing. Because we're not guarded. We haven't guarded our yard in 2 years. You better guard your yard or you're coming out. All right, go summarize those again, Coach, for the coaches.
So I had 9 of them. The 20-40-60 rule, simplicity wins. Number 3, play the long game with culture. 4, relationships, players, not plays. 6, give up control. Find a great mentor, connect with colleagues, and don't lose sight of family time.
Awesome. All right, till next week, Coach.
All right. See you.